Swampsniper here, and I have an airsoft problem. I was cleaning out my film studio so that I could make a short film with my wife. And it was then I discovered I am an airsoft hoarder. This is my personal collection. I really need to get rid of almost all of these. I also did all the mathing, and this is roughly $25,000 in airsoft equipment. Now, absolutely none of these are real. These are all airsoft replicas that I was given or purchased over the years. And YouTube, these are airsoft. I own an airsoft field. All of these are used with the proper safety and eye protection and all of that, as anyone should, and used in an approved location. So don't freak out. And you know, I thought I had like 30 of them here and there scattered about, some on my wall. Turns out I have more like 80. I'm gonna give you a super quick rundown of these, and I wanna know from you, which one of these would you personally want? Just so you know, I started my airsoft field, Ballahack Airsoft in Chesapeake, Virginia, 14 years ago. But I only started my Swampsniper channel about 5 years ago. So you're not gonna recognize some of these blasters. This also doesn't count the hundreds of magazines, dozens of optics, and I have about 8 different plate carriers, load-bearing vests, and then I have some ghillie like Viper hoods and all that kind of stuff. But this one's just on the blasters. I'm gonna start from one side, roll all the way around, and let's do it right now. Here I've got my Airsoft Pistols, combination of green gas and CO2. Old school baby high kappa, that thing worked like a dream. P09, one of my favorites. All of the Glocks, 19, gorgeous over there. I love the Elite Force Glock platform. Amen. I have CO2, I have green gas, I have blowback, I have non-blowback. That's why there's so many. My personal go-to, the Novritsch SSX23. I love it, primarily because of the holster. It's so quiet, it shoots absolutely great. Got some Wild West blasters. Got my Gambler, got my smoke wagons for the Wild West. I've gotten some good use out of those. Nice little shoddy right here. SP01 Shadow in Urban Gray, used that at Milsim West. This is the famous SP01 Shadow that I lost in the swamp for forever. Pulled it out, it worked, got some kills with it.
No, what is that? Please. Yes.
This is the first Gen M17 from SIG. It actually shot too hot, and thankfully they changed it after so that they could be used on fields. I also have a P226 somewhere. Given to me at Rev 10. It's a Hater 2.0 that my dude Billy custom built for me and then gave to me in the game. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Billy Baker.
Get you some kills with it. I got
Thank you so much. Dude, I will proudly rock this thing.
He made this gun himself, put a lot of time into the finish and the materials of it. It's gorgeous. It's an Elite Force Hater Gen 2 with a hop-up. Submachine guns. A friend of mine gave me this Echo 1 GAT. It actually shoots surprisingly far and straight. This guy, this is just a little pump springer, and I've never had the heart to get rid of it. Well, MP5, limited edition MP5K. Someone gave me that, still haven't used it. Shotguns. This shotgun is actually an 8mm gas shotgun, and it hasn't worked in forever, but I use it in promos, like the very first Revelations promo. Good blaster right here, my STF-12 used in the zombie games.
Go, go, go!
But ever since I missed this little piece, I've never taken the time to fix it. So there I have like a $400 shotgun that I can't use. My AEGs, this modify, all modifies are so underrated. This thing rips. My Crytek LVOA, absolutely gorgeous. Novritsch SSR15.
They're right in the conics in front of us. I hear some. Oh, smoked him.
My current go-to, as well as either of my Avalons, which I love. I have the M-Lock rail system and the Key Mod rail system. This is my first ever Crytek SPR, and it still rock and rolls to this day. I got it in the first batch that Crytek ever made. OG Elite Force 4 CRS. This thing has saved my life many times. This FNC, to this day, still one of my favorite guns. I bought it from my friend Preston, and it has just rocked and rolled ever since, for over a decade. The M27 IAR. Many people don't know, but this is actually classified as a support weapon, which is really cool, but I used it for a lot of sniping. I had my old giant DSLR on it when I first used it. The FN2000. This is still unclaimed, and I'm trying to reach the winner of it. I need to give it to someone. I used it in my Splinter Cell video. Another friend, Martin, gave me this. It's the PTS Masada. Super cool blaster, but the stock broke off, and I was like, yo, I'll still keep it. M14 Ebr. This was always my dream. I actually like the paint job on this thing right now. Super front heavy, shoots pretty low velocity, so not terribly worth carrying around, but still a great blaster. Classic Army M110. I've had good times with that. Here it comes. This VSS, I really enjoy it personally. I tried making videos with it twice, and I was just kind of shooting all over the place, so I got frustrated. The G28. One day I was like, let me work on it. And I took the lower off and I've never found it since. Got some HPA rifles. Also have my micro gun, which isn't sitting on the table because it's getting painted for a cool video coming out. First ever HPA blaster. This is a G&G Mark 12 and it rips. But the G&G SR25, both of these have Polar Stars in them. This thing is absolutely one of my deadliest rifles that I have. And then we get into the bolt action rifles, of which I shamelessly have a lot. The original Silverback SRS A1. No. Okay. Got him right in the mask. I still have this thing. I'm missing the trigger for it. I tried to put in a pull bolt conversion when it was only the push bolt, and it ended up breaking something in it. I've never gotten it working since, but I've seen some really good builds recently. Kind of want to get the HTI. I wish they would just send me one so I could use a 50 cal SRS. Oh my gosh, my SSG 10. My first SSG 10. This thing still rips perfectly. Ryan, who builds the crazy custom guns, built this guy for me. It's HPA. That's how you chamber each round. It was a full-size VSR 10, but now it is a bullpup, and it's a really unique blaster, honestly. The SSG 10 A3. This is my favorite go-to rifle right now because it's so lightweight and has the same performance as the SSG 10 because it is an SSG 10, just with a super lightweight, compact body. The Nemesis Arms Vanquish. I had a blast using this at one of the Revelations events. This is the ultimate backpack assassin sniper rifle. The Nemesis Arms Vanquish by Echo One. And what I'm about to do is arguably messed up, but I'm gonna leave that up to your judgment. Here we've got a Modify Mod 24, Classic Army M24 LTR. Gotcha. My shorty striker that I used at one of the zombie events, had a blast doing it, low velocity. my long striker. Now, I love the ergonomics of these rifles right here. I'd want to modify it to shoot hotter so I can use heavier weights in them and still hop them, but they're limited by the short stroke barrel. Still, I will never give up on this gun. Mod 24 SF shoots pretty great, but it wasn't even as good as the SSG 24, even though they were produced by the same people. Wow, this gun right here. This is my original Tokyo Marui VSR-10. It's so lightweight. It also shoots incredibly light. And I made my first swamp sniper video with this thing at a Rev. Had a huge DSLR on it. Just started shooting people. My first ever swamp sniper video. Got him. Got him. Oh my God. And I think I will always keep this one just because that's awesome. Few more blasters. I've got the A5 here by Novrish. I've really enjoyed that. I have never shot anyone out of an excavator bucket. That is until today. It's a lot heavier than the A1, and therefore I would opt to use the A1, and it's a pretty expensive stock. This actually has the full thrust kit in it, and it's like, why haven't I used it more? The time to target. It has incredible range, and at certain venues, I would definitely want to use it. But I don't like sacrificing, even though it can go like 400 feet, I don't like sacrificing how quickly I can get to a target. Like, they'd have to be standing still for like 5 or 6 seconds without moving for me to hit them. Not saying it's bad, but I'm also lazy and I don't like working on guns. I need to replace the hop up and tweak it, so sorry Navi, I just haven't done that. Asg M40a3 Pro Line. This thing's decent. I don't like how the mags work. You have to flip this thing. You gotta flip this thing up and then insert these tiny mags. It's just annoying. So cool blaster, shoots okay. Honestly, it shoots pretty much like as good as the $80 M40, which this thing is way more expensive than that. So there's probably a sell for me. The beautiful DSR. This thing weighs about 90 pounds. And it shoots really great, but it shoots way too hot with green gas. Unless I load it with like an air duster and use an adapter, then it shoots field legal. I still had a couple issues the last time I filmed with it, so I haven't made a video with it. SSG 96, love this thing. This guy, oh my gosh, I am absolutely in love with it. Haven't made a video with it yet, shoots very low velocity. This is a TM PSG-1. For those who don't know, this is in many old school classic video games. My Remington MSR, which still works to this day, love that gun. Boom, got him. Dude. Isn't that cool?
That is some range.
I know.
What's the FPS on that?
Just under 500.
Wow.
Hit! This is a sad story. The Ashbury 338. I was super pumped. I paid like $600 for it. Got it. It immediately broke. I sent it back. They sent me a new one, and that one immediately broke. The sears are really weak on it, and it's got pretty poor internals. They discontinued it and wouldn't even let me purchase another one. So rest in peace, $600 gorgeous thing. Never actually got to shoot it in a game. Breaks my heart. The massive and beautiful M200 Intervention. I did a cheesy Pokemon thing with this that went nowhere.
You need a Pokemon, some Pokeballs, a ghillie suit, an M200 Intervention or bigger. Last, you need a roll of tape and this marker. Now I found my perfect spot with Pokemon. Let's set up the bait, set them up within range of said Pokemon. It's gonna work every time. Now I gotta put on my ghillie suit. Got eyes on.
Oh, he's gonna do it. And if a sniper freezes time that went nowhere.
There's too many of them. Activate, activate. Deactivate.
But it's still fun to use, but stock, it does not shoot great. My Barrett, I don't even want to talk about it. I put up a video with this. It cost like $1,500 to do the video. I gave away $500 in the video to the last survivor. I'm going to give $500 to the last one of these 10 people who survives. Think of it as an extreme game of hide and seek. The only thing is I've got an Airsoft replica Barrett 50 cal that I'm using to tag them with. And YouTube took the video down. So it's like, you know, it is what it is. I'll make more with it. And my Mando pulse rifle. This thing has been an absolute blast.
Good call, brother.
I look forward to using it again. I never used this bazooka. I brought it to one of the shoots I did with Dude Perfect.
What's up, guys? Dude Perfect here at Ballahack Airsoft. Just finished filming up an awesome video. Make sure you come check it out for yourself if you haven't been out here. Signing off for now. Pound it, noggin, see ya!
For one of their airsoft battle videos, and they used it, but for some reason, it never made the cut. Lastly, I guess this counts as an airsoft gun, even though it doesn't have a live jack inside of it. This thing, I still need to get operational. I talked to the guys who originally built it, and they're like, yo, let's get this thing running. And I'm like, yo, let's get this thing running. So I also have about 10 other airsoft blasters on different people and in different places, but I just need to lay this out so I can determine which ones that I need to get rid of or sell. And I figured I'd show it to you before I eliminated like at least 2/3 of my current collection. So the question is, which one of these blasters would you want? Which one do you think is pretty cool? Which ones do you think I should get rid of and sell? And hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This was a quick filler. I obviously have the rest of the Wild West series to complete. Fertile Crescent was epic. And I've got all of Fertile Crescent to show you. And a lot of people are still frustrated I never finished the Milsim West series. So that's 3 series that will be coming at you. Just trying to figure out the right order as we're setting up stuff for things like Rev 11, which has sold out at 1,000 people per day already. And it's in December. I'm trying to determine if I can figure out offsite parking and shuttle services and maybe open it up to 1,300, 1,400 people. It's going to be an epic blast. We've got the zombie event coming up October 30th. I'm also really, really stoked about that. But listen, I just wanted to show this to you. I miss all of you terribly. Thank you so much for watching my content and, you know, keeping the sport of airsoft safe, fun, engaging, creative, imaginative, all that good stuff. Just making some positive stuff, you know what I'm saying? So wherever you are and whatever you are doing in life, I want to just say, stay safe, enjoy it, be creative, never lose your childlike wonder, don't collect so many airsoft guns, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.